Hi, my name's Jody Asbell Clark. I'm the professor for Astronomy 1010, and welcome to the class. Um, I wanted to let you know a few things by video, and then you'll be off into Blackboard and the online site, and we won't communicate that much. I probably won't meet you face to face, but I give my email address on the front page, jody_asbell-clark@turk.edu. That's the email that I check more than daily. And I will get back to you as soon as possible if you email me there. I'll also be checking the online courses site a bit and quite a bit, and I'll be reading all your discussions, which I'll talk about later. But if you need to get in touch with me very quickly, please use my external email, which is on the front page of the course site. The course consists of about 7 sessions. Well, 7 sessions. The session 1 and session 7 are each a week long and are not graded, but are meant to give you an introductory and a way to close the class. Sessions 2 through 6 are each 2 weeks long, except one of them has the break, and so it's 3 weeks to adjust for the break. But each one has 2 weeks long, and in general, they have a set of discussions that you'll do online. This is a big part of the class where most people say they do the most learning, and you're getting articles online that are current about the research that's going on in astrobiology, and using that as a big part of the learning for the class. You also have readings in the textbook. People often ask me, do I really need to buy the textbook? Well, I know, all I can say is it's the best source of the information for this class, and you're responsible for the information for this class. So I have no way to enforce mandatory reading, and I don't have any way, or nor would I, run around and see whether you bought the textbook. But if you want to get the most out of this class, and if you want to ensure that you have the material at hand that is required, I know the textbook will do that. If you can do that in other ways, that's fine with me, but you're responsible for getting that information. So, this course is about life in the universe and how we search for life in the universe. We look at other planets in our solar system, moons in our solar system, and we're starting to look at solar systems outside our solar systems and the planets that orbit other stars outside our solar system. So you're going to be looking at the arguments that scientists make about whether or not they think life exists in these other places, and the evidence that they're collecting and using to make those arguments. That's the most important part about this class, is that you learn about scientific arguments, that we make a claim or a hypothesis about what our best guess of how things are operating and how things work, and then we substantiate that claim or counter it with the evidence we collect through observations, experimentation. So as you go through this class, you should be thinking, what is the argument that scientists are making, and how can I further my argument about whether or not I think life exists elsewhere in the universe? So you're going to get a chance to learn all about that over the next 13 weeks. But I do have to talk to you about plagiarism, unfortunately, because almost every semester, 1 or 2 people try to push the boundaries of what it means to take a course. And I have created a number of checks within this course, and somewhat unfortunately designed this course around a way so that I can ensure people who want to learn are learning, I hope, and people who want to cheat get caught. So all that to say, follow the exact guidelines of the assignments. Sometimes I tell you what headers to use. Do not stray from these formats. Within that format, you can express your opinions, hopefully create lots of valid, good, evidence-based scientific arguments, but you have to follow the format of the assignment so that I know it was this year's assignment that was turned in. If you turn in an assignment that is of a previous year's format, or is cut and paste significantly from another person's assignment, or repeated it mirrors another person's assignment of this year or previous years, or is significantly cut and paste from websites. You will get a note from me depending on the extent of, if it's somebody else's assignment or it fits last year's assignment format, you will get a 0 in disciplinary action. If it's cut and paste from the website, you will certainly get a 0. Disciplinary action depends on the case. Anyway, all that to say, just do your own work and we'll be fine. And lastly, I just, the other reason why I set up the course this way, it uses all current resources. I've given you a set of URLs to start with that have really solid articles. You may stray from that in your conversations. Your initial article should be from one of these vetted sources. After that, you can bring in other resources. You should bring other resources, and for your term paper as well. But part of your grade is based on the scientific validity of those papers. They should come from the types of resources that I've already created for you, curated for you. NASA sites, university sites, people doing research in this field. Do not be citing Fox News or religious blogs or personal UFO sites, or those are not the kinds of resources that we're using for this class. If you want to bring something in as humor and you're obviously saying this is counter to what we're talking about, I'm not going to get upset about that. But it went for the kinds of posts and citations that count for credit, they need to be scientifically valid. I'm not asking for journal articles. This isn't like a graduate course where I'm expecting you to unpack the scientific literature. In fact, stray away from that unless you can unpack it and digest it well enough to explain to your classmates. But I do want you reading the types of literature the types of resources that NASA puts out or news stations put out about scientific discovery. So anyway, I hope that is clear. It's explained more in the documents that I give you to read in session 1. If you have any questions, again, email me at my turk.edu address, which is given on the front page. And I'll be seeing you online. Have fun.